This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Tinson versus Tinson. You all have married, you've been together for 5 years. You have 3 children between you and 10 children total, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
And allegations of cheating are jeopardizing your happy home.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Tinson, you've opened up this case today against your husband. Tell us why.
Well, Your Honor, I am a good woman. We have 10 children together, and I just want to get to the bottom of why he's cheating.
All right, Mr. Tinson.
Yes,
What are
ma'am.
you here to do?
I'm here to prove today that I'm not a cheater.
Okay.
I don't want to cheat on you. I love you too much to cheat on you. How could you even bring me here and say that I'm gonna cheat on you?
Well,
love you.
like this. She brought you here and says you cheat. And there must be a basis for it. Have you always had these suspicions? What was it like in the beginning?
Well, in the beginning, Your Honor, he was very romantic. It seemed like after we got married, maybe the tables turned a little bit. But, you know, I work long hours, so when I come home from work, he'll have my bath water ready. He would rub my feet. He surprised me and buy me wigs. Your Honor, I love my wigs.
He buys you wigs.
Yeah, I love my wigs.
Yeah.
I buy a lot of things for Judge Cutler. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever bought you a wig.
I don't know that
I bought you
trust
clothes,
you
I
with a
bought you
wig,
shoes.
Mr. Cutler.
I'm not even.
You're wonderful with the shoes, with the purses, with clothes, but
Jewelry.
Don't
Don't forget the
jewelry.
Don't forget the
You're very good with jewelry, but I'm not sure I would trust you with a wig.
But it's just the thought that counts, you know, the little things. is
What did you love about her?
What I love about my wife, she sang for me. My wife makes songs. So I know she loves me because they come straight from her heart.
Now, see, she sings for him.
You don't want me to sing to you because I can't sing. If I sing to you, it will hurt your ears.
All right, tell you what. I won't buy you new wigs, and you won't sing for me. How's that? Is that a fair trade?
Bet.
All right, bet. Okay.
How do you go from buying wigs to accusing your spouse
Let me
of
tell you,
cheating?
Your Honor. First, I was pregnant with our 9th child. I was having pain, so I went to the hospital.
Okay.
They ended up keeping me, and I ended up having a baby. My husband was there, but he was so adamant about, you know, going home and, you know, dealing with the other kids. So he left, and I get a phone call from one of my friends telling me that they just seen my truck pull up to my house, and another female was with my husband going into my house with a white shirt and some booty shorts on.
What you say?
So I
That's
don't want to get
not
mad
true.
at the lady,
No,
you know what I'm saying,
no.
for
Hold
telling
on,
me
Mr.
this.
Smith.
So I just tell her, okay, I'll call you back. So I call my husband 10 times, Your Honor. I didn't get through. So
Friends
probably about
and
the 11th or the
marriages,
12th time that I called him, he answered the phone to reassure me that, you know, he wasn't doing anything. She's lying, she's jealous, she's just hating on me, you know. So I just hung up because I didn't want my pressure to go, you know, out
Go
the
back
roof.
up.
I'm ready to go home now,
Right,
you know.
right.
So they came and checked my vitals. I ended up having to stay another 2 days. So every time that my husband would call, you know, I wouldn't even, you know, talk to him on the phone or anything like that because I'm trying to get this pressure under control, you know, so I can go home. So whenever you have a baby, you can't just get released, you know, they won't just let you go home by yourself.
I have 3, so I know.
They notified my husband to come on up there and, you know, come get us. First, I don't see his face at first. I see his shoes. He got on his gaiters in a full suit, and he got his hair cut. Now, let me tell you about the haircut. Now, for the longest, he's been talking about cutting his hair, you know, for a better him, you know, and to be a new and improved for his boys and
That's
to set
right.
an example, you know.
True.
So when he
True.
come up there and he all dressed and impressed and his haircut like that, I know he guilty.
So you think...
But you're in the hospital
Yes,
having his baby.
his baby.
He's there for a while, but then he leaves, says he needs to go home and check on the other kids.
Right.
But then you get a call, and somebody says they see him going into your house with a woman in a white shirt and some
It's
booty
black
shorts.
booty shorts, black booty shorts.
All right,
Very specific.
Very
Yeah.
specific. Mr. Tinson,
Wow.
who was the woman in the white shirt and the black booty shorts?
Exaggeration.
Okay, did a lady come to the house?
A lady came to the house
What did she come to the house for?
to do my daughter hair.
She didn't come to do you.
No. No, ridiculous.
But you believe something else went down.
Yes, I do.
Why do you believe that?
Because, Your Honor, let me tell you about another time. When we were, I was at work one day and I called my husband on my lunch break and my husband told me that he got his taxes. So I'm all excited and happy because, my man got his money, his taxes, and
How much did he get?
My mind of what I'm gonna spend and, what I'm gonna do. When
You already spent the money.
Right.
So
Wait.
got-
How much did he get?
$4,000.
$4,000.
Yes.
So you were for real getting ready to shop.
Right.
Okay, all right.
So you-
I didn't know if it was $4, $400, but $4,000.
$4,000.
So
Okay.
you've already spent his money.
Wait, let me.
That's
let me
what we
get
do.
to it. Hold
That's
on.
what-
now.
Don't act funny.
I thought you were the only one who did that.
No.
Yeah.
It's in our DNA to do that.
Soon as your man gets some money, you already spending it.
No, I'm helping you invest in a wise way.
Is that what you call it?
That's what I call it.
Wow.
I get a call. I'm on my way home from work, from the school, saying the kids never even got picked up. So I just, no problem. I just go get the kids. All this time goes by and still no husband. I didn't see him again until Friday, 12:30 p.m. So I'm thinking,
what happened?
time.
So what? Oh, checkout time.
Checkout time.
All right. What happened when you did see him?
He had this bogus excuse that he was in the room with these two girls. Remind you, why are you even in a room with two girls?
No, that ain't what happened.
Mr. Tinson.
that ain't what
Mr.
happened.
Tinson. Hold on.
Come on, that ain't what happened.
We're going to give you a chance. We
We'll
want to
give you a
hear her
chance.
side.
So they supposedly robbed him. Two girls, they robbed him.
Robbed him of what?
All the money. He had no money.
$4,000?
Okay, wait a minute. Why were you in the hotel room?
Okay. I got my taxes in. I went and got us a inn. Oh, sweet. Oh, nice.
You got us. Who's us?
Me and my wife.
Okay.
I want to do something special for her.
You were gonna do it up.
I was going to do it up.
Okay, so what happened?
So my wife had like 4 more hours to get off work, right?
Right?
So I called my homeboy. I went and picked him up. I wanted to show him in the room what I was doing for my wife. He got people knocking on the door. I ain't gonna embarrass him.
So what
like that.
happened to the money?
What happened to the money?
We get there.
wanna
We
know,
get
Your
there.
What
We get there.
happened to the money?
Well, we got the party.
You got the party
We
with
got
your
the party.
homeboy.
All
Wait.
meals. I woke up the next day.
Hold on. Mr. Tillman, you said we got the party, so that's you, your homeboy, and whoever knocked on the door, right? And whoever knocked on the door, they were female, weren't they?
They were females.
See, I told you. I knew it.
Females and males.
Yeah.
They were females and males.
And the next thing you know,
I wake up the next morning with my pants on the hood, no cell phone, no money. So you know what I do? I go home.
But wait. What happened to the money?
I don't know what happened to the money. I got some things here y'all might want to see, some evidence.
Ron, would you get that evidence, please?
Yes.
This right here prove that we got females all over the world,
Hold on. Give it.
Yeah, just.
all over the country, robbing males in hotel rooms.
You got proof of that.
I got proof of that. I did research.
Mr. Tinson, these are newspaper articles.
Exotic dance. Wait a minute, what's that say? Exotic
Exotic
dancers
dancers
rob old man in
Right.
his hotel room.
suite.
Right.
Okay.
Look at this.
Next
Man
to
robbed.
men robbed while they slept by 2 women in Manhattan hotel.
Anything from
Okay,
your
so you did this research to show what?
To show that I got robbed.
Because this is happening all over the country.
It's an epidemic.
Yeah. Tell me this is all you have.
No, Your Honor.
What else you got?
More. Okay. My husband always saying, I never give him any time to himself to be with the boys, So this particular time, boom, I tell him, go hang out with your boys. Go, have
Exactly.
you some you time,
That's
3
what a wife
o'clock
does.
a.m. comes, my husband's still not home. Let me show you what I had to do at 3 o'clock in the morning, Your Honor.
Okay. You have an exhibit, so go
What?
ahead and show us.
What?
At 3 o'clock in the morning, I was calling the taxi cab. This is where we at home.
Okay.
We go to the first motel,
Okay.
no car,
No car.
no husband. I get back in the taxi. I go to the second motel, no car, no husband.
All right, then where you go?
Get back in the taxi cab. We go to the third motel.
How many motels did you end up going
Hold
to?
on, let me get to that. No car,
Slow your roll.
no husband.
4,
Your
5,
Honor,
6.
we went to 7 more motels. I get to the 10th motel.
No.
And that's where I see my truck at, that motel. It took me 10 tries to get to this.
That's your truck?
That's my truck.
Parked at the hotel.
In front of the hotel.
What did you do when you saw your truck?
Well, it was this lady
hotel?
that kept on peeping out of the room, right? So I'm thinking, you know, she must got something to do with it. She keep on looking, you know, at me and peeping at the car. So I go and kick the door in and look up under the bed and look all in the bathroom.
You kicked in the door in the hotel room?
And I put myself in danger because this lady could have did anything to me inside of her room. Come to find out, she didn't even have anything to do with it. She didn't even know who Larry was.
I'm not a cheater.
So she finally telling me I need to just get out of her room. So I'm thinking now, I'm looking like the crazy one. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this lady's room. Soon as I step out the room, look who coming around the corner. There's Larry coming around the corner. Okay. So I just told him, just give me my keys, and I made him walk home. I got in the truck and I left him at that hotel.
All right, step back to the podium.
Mr. Tinson, when your husband tells you that he's going to hang out with the boys, and then at 3 o'clock in the morning he's still not home, and then she finds you at a hotel, that's not paranoia. That's actual facts.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What?
Who?
Who were you at the hotel with?
I was at the hotel room with one of my partners.
One of your partners?
One of my partners.
See,
Was one of your
female partners?
Female?
It never stopped.
It was a man. Come on. Now you gave me permission.
Why can't you go to your house
club?
and hang out?
Sports
Why can't you go to the
bar?
club,
A strip
sports
club?
bar,
I don't
a
go
strip
nowhere.
club? Why you suggesting a strip club?
Strip club, hotel, which would you prefer?
Neither.
I'm just saying.
I'm not picking either one of them. Don't suggest a strip club.
I think we've heard enough evidence.
I do too.
Because this is what it looks like. While your wife is pregnant having your child, you then go home where you're spotted with a woman wearing booty shorts going into your house while your wife is in the hospital. The tax refund that you lost because this band of women somewhere, lured you to a hotel room and took your money, and all of this because you think he's cheating.
Yes.
And if you do find out he's cheating,
What's gonna happen? Where does this relationship go?
I want a divorce.
You will end your marriage.
Yes.
Do you understand that?
This is, man, I understand that.
All right.
this court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is he cheating? At this time, the court would like to hear from private investigator Eric Eccles. Ron, please escort Mr. Eccles into the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor. Step right over to the monitor for me.
Good day, Mr. Eccles. How are you?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
It's good to see you.
Good.
Tell us what your team did to investigate this case.
In this particular case, my role was to pose as a litigant, come into court as if I was a person who was also cheating. My goal was to get Mr. TINSON to feel comfortable enough to talk to me to see if he also was cheating.
Were you able to get any information out of him during your investigation?
Yes, Your Honor, I was. It took him a minute, but eventually he started talking. What he said to me was actually very interesting, and I brought the tape.
She said I had sex at the house. Nah, I ain't never had sex at the house.
So you had sex somewhere else?
Right, she think I had sex at the house.
So if you,
The girl with in the hotel.
okay.
So he confessed?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
So it wasn't sex at the house, it was sex at the hotel.
Went at the house.
So you had sex with somebody else, it just wasn't at the house. It was at the hotel.
Sorry.
I told you he was a cheater. What you mean
Well,
you
you-
sorry? You sorry for what?
I'm sorry for making bad
You sorry for
decisions.
that you got caught?
I'm not sorry for being caught. I'm sorry for being a cheater.
You know, but you came in here and said, I'm gonna prove I'm not cheating. And then you sit down with part of our team, get to talking,
No.
and drop the bomb that you are, in fact, a cheater. And even as you're apologizing to her, it sounds fake. All I see is, oh, shoot, you caught me.
Miss Tinson,
And
do
I
you-
see tears in her eyes.
Why are there tears in your eyes?
Because this is a repeated thing and you can't feel my pain. So it's just like nothing to you. It's like, you'll do it again.
I didn't mean it, I'm sorry. I mean, I can't do them and say I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
But what is more you can do? You can do more.
What do you want him to
I
do?
do whatever you want me to do. What you want me to do?
I want you to
My
stop.
family mean more.
How?
You mean more.
How, Larry? How?
Yeah, I just made bad decisions.
Miss Tinson, let me talk to you woman to woman. I'm not suggesting you just kick him to the curb. But with that said, I'm not asking you to lay down here and be a doormat. And I would encourage you all to speak with Dr. Jeff and figure it out. As we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, healthy, trust-filled relationship. It is so important. This court is adjourned.
This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Donnell versus Starks. You are married, been together 14 years, you have a family, but cheating allegations have caused you, Miss Donnell, to seek information regarding a divorce from Mr. Starks.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me about why you've opened your case.
2 years ago, we got into an argument, and he left that night. When he left, he was down the street with a friend, and the next morning when he comes home and he's explaining what happened that night, he told me, when I talk to her, don't believe whatever she tells me. And since then, it's little things that make me feel like he's cheating with my friend.
The situation she's talking about, I did leave. The young lady that she's pertaining to was down the hill. Her cousin gave me a ride to my mother's house. Mm-hmm. That's the only contact I've had with that woman in 14 years.
But you knew something was going to pop off. That's why you went back home and said, whatever you hear, don't believe it.
Hold on, Your Honor. That's what she said.
You deny that
I
happened.
do not recollect saying anything like that.
So what are you here to prove today?
I'm here to prove that I love my wife, I'm here for her, and that I'm not a cheater. I believe in Jesus Christ. I got married one time, and I'm not a cheater. Okay. And I'm standing on that.
Bottom line.
Ain't no more lines.
All right. But it's my understanding, Ms. Donald, that you have gone to see a divorce attorney.
Yes, ma'am. I've seen lawyers. I've talked to everybody that I need to. If this doesn't work, if he's cheating on me, then I got my foot out the door. I'm ready to go.
You're serious about this?
Yes, I do love my husband. I really want our marriage to work. I got married one time. I don't want to get a divorce either, but I don't want him to be cheating on me as well.
So, why do you believe he's cheating right now?
Well, we've had incidents. I do have evidence, if I could give it to you.
All right. Ron, would you
Yes, Sharon.
take that from Ms. Donald?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So tell us what we're looking at.
Well, one day he told me that he was going to work, and later on that day, I was looking at our GPS. It's kind of together on the phone, and it showed that he was at a hotel from 8 to 11:47. And he tells me that he was just driving through the parking lot, but I don't know no parking lots 3 hours big.
Okay, so at 8:07, he tells you he's going to work.
Yeah, he's supposed to be at work.
And you find on the GPS that it's at a hotel.
Yes, ma'am.
And he's at the hotel from 8:07 to 11:46.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's your understanding that he was supposed to be at work.
Yes.
Okay, were you at work or
Yes,
were you
ma'am.
at the hotel?
Ma'am, I work in the moving industry. So I usually meet my boss wherever close to we're gonna go because he drives me, I have no license.
Okay.
So the job we did that day was at a place adjacent to a hotel.
Yes, sir.
So if I'm in the same parking lot as the hotel, her GPS, I guess, picks up wherever I'm at. So I'm saying I ain't never been nowhere with no woman in a hotel, outside of a hotel, in a back car seat since I've been with my wife. I ain't been nowhere with no woman in no hotels.
But if you were meeting your boss to go to work, why does it have you there just for 3 hours?
No, I was at work all day. I don't understand. What we need to do is probably call the GPS company and figure that out.
So you're saying your job,
Except
your
for that
moving
day.
job that day was adjacent to the hotel.
Just like
and
that.
that's why I was pinging.
The only reason.
And Miss Donnell, you don't believe that?
No, sir. Also, that same day, he called co-workers that he was supposed to be with. If you at work with the co-workers, what do you need to call them for?
It would be like me calling Mr. Cutler. We sitting here on the bench together.
No.
All right.
Your Honor,
And all
that's
of
not
this
the
has
same.
led you to believe, okay, he was meeting somebody at that hotel.
Yes, sir.
And
Okay.
he was having sex with that person.
That's what I believe.
Oh my God. Well, here's
All
what
right.
I know. That the reason I called my coworker is because I'm moving. If we have an elevator, if the elevator gets stuck, or if I'm in the elevator, who you gonna call? You got me?
Mr. Starks, you got an answer for everything, it seems like.
Always.
You got it lined
You got
out.
an
You got an
answer.
answer for everything.
Because I'm the one living this. I work every day.
What is it like living like this?
Terrible. It's stressful. In the last maybe 7 months, I've lost 15 pounds because of this, because of a lie.
Have you told her about the stress in this
For
relationship?
14 years.
You've been living this
I've been
for
being
14
accused
years.
of cheating since 2000.
But have you told her about
I
what
talk
the
to her
stress is doing
every
to
day.
you?
She should see it. That's my wife.
Oh, I see it, but he don't see the stress that he causes our whole house. He's just stuck on him. You know, he's not really open to other people's feelings, to how we feel about the situation.
Mr. Starks, do you understand
Yes.
that she's under stress?
Yes.
Has she
I
talked to
truly
you
believe
about that?
I truly believe that.
And
that's
how,
why I'm here.
what is your reaction to that?
My reaction is I'm here. I've been the same person since I've met my wife. I've never, well, there's been a situation in 2004 or 5 where I cheated on my wife. We were dating then.
You were dating.
We were
then.
dating then. We were 3 months, 4 months together.
And he cheated on me
And
for a year. This has been 2 years. This one is 2 years. And I just
Before
then
we
you
were
understand
married.
about this one.
But okay, so you had cheated in the past. You admitted it. You took him back. But you understand why her trust is broken.
Yes.
Once that trust is broken, and then you don't take affirmative steps to reestablish it, from then on, there's a cloud. You all have been living under a cloud
But he's
all
saying
this
he
time.
has
Why
been taking
get married?
affirmative steps. He's been
Why
faithful.
get married to someone that cheated on you if you don't believe in them?
Ms. Donnell, is there any particular person that you're concerned about that he's cheating with?
With my neighbor. She was a close friend. It's just going really crazy. You know, he says, I want to believe that he's not cheating, but it's just the little things that happen, like our GPS. It'll say that he's at my home and he's not at my home.
So
But
that's
she's-
saying that the GPS ain't working. If it's saying that I'm not at home, I could be right beside her and she tells me, your GPS said you're down the street. And she's even told me that her GPS doesn't correctly work sometimes.
All right, when you say the
She's told me.
the GPS is not, it says that he's home, but he's not home. Where do you think he is?
With my neighbor.
I mean, how close is the neighbor to you? Are you in the same building or right
Yes,
next
ma'am.
door?
Yes, in the same
so
building.
it may show that he's home
But
because you're in the same building.
yes, ma'am.
But it's not, he's not in your apartment.
Yes, ma'am.
You brought an exhibit to demonstrate what you're talking about. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Would you step to the monitor, please?
Okay, we were into it that night. So he went to a friend's house, and I wanted to, you know, reconcile that night. I wanted him to come home. So I go out to his friend's house. At 1:45, I get there, and we sit for a minute. You know, I asked him if he wanted to come home. He said that he wanted to stay because he could get to his job better that way, although I could have drove him. So I leave, and I get home at 2:27. Later on that night, my phone pings from his phone on the GPS, and it says that he's at my house at 3:46. He was never at my house. Nowhere in my house was he to be found in my apartment.
Your phone tells you that he gets home at 3:46.
Yes.
But he's not in your apartment.
No, Your Honor.
And so from 3:46 to 7:19.
At 7:19, that's when he leaves for work. At the same time he was leaving for work, the neighbor was leaving as well.
So you believe that at 3:46 he was in the building,
Yes.
but he wasn't in your apartment?
No, ma'am.
He was at the neighbor's apartment.
That's what I believe.
And that's why it pinged that he was home. He was in the building, but he was with the neighbor.
Yes.
And you believe he was with the neighbor
I
because
believe
he's
it.
cheating?
Yeah, I believe so. And also at 7:19, I was still at home.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Donna. If you come back to the podium, please.
All right, Mr. Starks, are you cheating with this neighbor? All right, Mr. Starks, are you cheating with this neighbor?
Never.
Were you at her house?
Never.
You were not at her home?
Never. Only time I've been at her home was when she first moved in. She drinks a little bit. I did a moving job.
A lot.
I did a moving job. They gave me liquor. I thought they were pretty cool. She's a drinker. I gave it to her. So ever since I did a good deed or whatever, trying to be a friend, like she said.
Oh, he's been a
But
friend
Mr.
a lot.
Starks, why
he give her a lot of liquor. He's been a friend very often. He's not even a big drinker.
Often?
And he would go and buy liquor and, I'm gonna take one over here.
Let me tell you how often
on her birthday.
She got me so messed up. I can't look out my own windows. If I look out my window and her car pulls up, I'm cheating. Just for her pulling
But
up.
Mr. Starks, why is it that her GPS shows that your phone was in your apartment building, but you weren't at home?
Please explain it to me.
You explain it to me.
I can't.
That's why you're
cannot.
here.
I'm not being accused of cheating. You're the one that's being accused of cheating. You explain to me why your phone shows up as being in your apartment building, but you're not in your apartment.
I cannot explain
for
that.
4 hours.
Only thing I can explain, Mr. Cutler and Mrs. Cutler, is I've never cheated on my wife. That's the only thing I can explain.
So you have no explanation why your phone shows that you were in your apartment building but not at home.
I cannot tell you how GPS works.
And you deny that you were in your neighbor's apartment during that
I ain't
period.
been in that lady's house. If I was in her house, she knew about it. I ain't never been in her house fornicating, cheating with no woman. Not just her neighbor, no woman. I haven't hugged, kissed, touched a woman since 2005 or 6.
All right, Miss Donna, you have a witness. 2005 or 6.
In between 5 or 6.
Miss Donna, you have a witness. Sir, would you please stand?
A witness.
Would you please state your name for the court and your relationship to the parties?
I'm Randy Donnell. This is my sister.
All right, Mr. Donnell, can you tell us, do you believe your brother-in-law is cheating, and if so, why?
I have reason to believe he's cheating because there's a lot of things that don't add up, and I was present for most of them, so.
Have you seen him with the woman in question?
Definitely. I go outside and, they having a good conversation. I walk up and everything stops and, they split ways. There's even been a time where he said, I can't even talk to my neighbor. And I felt like, well, if you was talking to her before I came, why not continue? What are y'all talking about that I can't be around? That's happened multiple times,
So because you've seen it more than once, it's so noticeable that they must be talking about something they're doing.
Right.
You know when people are talking, and it's like...
Yeah.
And when you come into a room, then
everybody stops talking.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Donnell.
Sit down.
I think we've heard enough evidence. Ms. Donnell believes that her husband is cheating with the neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
She tracked him to a hotel where he stayed for 3 hours, 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Her brother believes that he is involved with the neighbor because he's seen how they interact with each other.
And they go silent when somebody walks in.
And they go silent. And his phone is in the apartment complex at 3 in the morning till 7, but he's not in the apartment. And she knows he's not there because she's tracked his phone. And all of this has led her to believe that he's cheating. And she's already said that if she finds out that he's cheating, she's done. She's gone. The marriage is over.
And she's gone as far as to talk to some attorneys about a divorce.
Yes.
Well, because of this court has done a complete investigation of this matter. At this time, the court would like to call former military interrogator Lena Cisco to determine, is he cheating?
Good day, Ms. Cisco. How are you?
I am well, Your Honor. How are you?
Doing good. It's good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to see you as well.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a former Department of Defense certified military interrogator who has interrogated members of Al-Qaeda and Taliban shortly after 9/11. And since that time, I have been training law enforcement personnel, military personnel in interrogation and interviewing techniques.
Tell us what you did to investigate this case.
I had the accused write a witness statement, and I analyzed that for any indicators of truthfulness and deception. I studied the case file, and I put together an interrogation plan, and then I interrogated Mr. Starks.
So you conducted a full interrogation?
Correct, Your Honor.
What were your initial findings?
When I interrogate someone, I look for any indicators of truthfulness and deception, verbally and non-verbally. Mr. Starks did give me some concerns in the beginning when I asked what I call my lie-exposing questions.
All right. What did you learn in your investigation?
As the interrogation went on, he also gave me a few more concerns because some of his answers were very common deceptive responses. So for example, when I asked him if he had sex with the neighbor, he gave me a definitive no, but he also did a slight head nod as to yes. And then he went on to claim that what he is accused of being at a hotel for 4 hours, he was actually waiting for a ride from his boss to go to a work site. And then he proceeded to take out his phone and show me text messages of how they coordinate pickups.
So what did you conclude?
So for someone who has conducted hundreds of interrogations and interviews since 2003 and has been catching liars since then, I do not believe that Mr. Starks is cheating on his wife, and I do believe he's being truthful.
All right, Miss Donnell, you have a smile on your face. What's going through your mind hearing the results?
It made me feel a lot better, you know.
Al-Qaeda, baby. I'm just normal. She interrogates Al-Qaeda.
I still feel like it's a lot of things that we need to work on, you know. I don't like having trust issues, you know.
And hearing these facts, do you feel like I can get to that point where I can start to trust him again? Because she's saying he has been faithful to you.
That's all I wanted.
And that's all I want. I love my wife. I've always loved her. I love her until I die. But I want Chris to be fixed. You know, and I'm not the easiest person to get along with. I am not.
Just like she's gonna have to work on her building her trust up in you, you're gonna have to dial back some of that difficulty.
Yes, ma'am.
So that you all can move forward
No problem.
happily and healthily.
No problem.
And it's going to be on both of you. She's got to let the past go, but you also have to let the past go.
Yep.
Are you ready to let the past go?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Are you ready to look forward to a happy future and all of this behind you?
I definitely am.
Then that is a wonderful first step.
Yes.
We have counseling available for you to help you do that.
Please.
And we want you to take advantage of that counseling so that you can have the wonderful and fruitful marriage that clearly you both want.
Yes, sir.
As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a great relationship.
You're right.
Court is adjourned.